Hi, I'm Regan Hagestad here with Watermark Home Loans, and today I wanted to touch base on 5 things that I feel every client and realtor partner I work with deserve. Those are confidence, transparency, getting your offer accepted, having exceptional rates, and closing on time every time. The first thing I want to talk about is confidence. I feel that every client or realtor partner I work with deserves to have the confidence in me that I'm going to be able to close any transaction, no matter how complex. You know, when most people select other service professionals such as doctors, lawyers, attorneys, they do it based on merit and the confidence they have in that person and their ability to take care of whatever needs to get done. That same process should be used when you're selecting your lender. With my knowledge, experience, and reputation over the last 12 years, I really feel that every client can walk away with a transaction knowing that this isn't just the best loan for their home, but it's the best loan for their overall financial picture. Another thing I want to touch base on is transparency. You know, and to me, transparency really comes down to communication and trust. I take pride in creating an open and honest loan transaction. And to me, that all starts with the fact that we have our underwriters in-house. If questions need to be answered, I can literally pick up the phone, have the answer within hours, rather than waiting until you're halfway through the process to find out. The other thing that comes into play is doing all your homework up front. The way you start the process is typically how you end the process. So by communicating from the beginning, following through in the middle, simply creates trust at the end. Getting your offer accepted. You know, in this low inventory market, the biggest challenge clients face is their offer going to get accepted? Because typically when you find a great property, there are multiple offers on that home. What I like to do to help clients get their offer accepted is help them stand out a little bit. I make it a priority each and every time when I turn in a pre-approval for a client who's offering to contact that listing agent, because the listing agent needs to understand how easy it's going to be for a client to actually qualify and close on time. You know, the old way of thinking was agents would simply look at the purchase contract, see who put the most amount down, and assume that's the best. But in reality, a 20% down client can be just as good and strong as a 50% down client. What I like to do is make sure that the listing agent and the sellers understand my client's ability to qualify, because that makes them more likely to accept my client's offer. Another thing I want to talk about today is exceptional interest rates. Every client wants the best rate. Clients will shop multiple different banks, products, etc. The key with us is we have a unique structure. We're a direct lender, meaning we underwrite, lend, and fund in-house. But at the same time, we have the ability to broker. My clients get the ability with one phone call to have real-time rates, market up trends, as well as various warehouse lines that they can look at. And it creates a one-stop shop for all of their lending needs. The last thing I want to talk about, which is actually probably the most important, is closing on time every time. Every transaction I work with, I'm putting my name, my reputation, and the relationship I have with my clients on the line. That's why to me, the time frames listed in the purchase contract, they're not suggestions, they're requirements. It is a contract, and in turn, we treat it as such, whether it be a 10-day contingency and a 30-day close, or a 17-day contingency and a 60-day close. We will meet those every time, all the time.
Working with the right loan broker makes all the difference because it's all about who you know. And in this industry, if you can prove and you can show that you won't have any problem coming in with 10% down and closing on time and meeting all your timelines with respect to the purchase agreement, then your offer is just as good as somebody else. The strength of your lender, the strength of your offer, or the strength of you as the buyer, as it is presented in the package, gives the selling agent and the seller the confidence to know that you'll be able to perform, you'll be able to get it done. So even though you're coming in with 10% down and somebody else is coming in with 30, 40, 50, or even all cash, you're just as strong if you can show that your lender will be able to perform.